No mai, haere mai. Welcome to 3 News. Dunedin is effectively cut off tonight as the city's state of emergency continues. It's recorded its wettest day in over a century, and that's resulted in widespread flooding, evacuations and road closures. The wider region's first ever red rain warning has been extended until 11 o'clock tonight. Nearly 131 millimetres of rain fell in the suburb of Musselburgh in just 24 hours. NIWA says some areas copped 74 days worth of rain in just 40 hours. Well, Juliet Speedy joins us now live, and Juliet, Clutha District has now also declared a state of emergency.
Yes, it has, Sam. Clutha District declared a state of emergency today after rising floodwaters in the area closed roads around the area, and services in that area are now overwhelmed. Here in Dunedin, a state of emergency has been in place since just before midnight last night. It was a rough night here with an enormous amount of rain, and many locals spent it fleeing their homes. This is what Dunedin's wettest day in more than 100 years looks like. Rain turning streets into rivers, water overwhelming the city's infrastructure. Slips have caused chaos and parks more like lakes.
We haven't had to leave yet, and hopefully not, but might just try to get some more sandbags and try to get the animals inside. Keep the cars out of the water.
It's pretty scary, really.
Our side's a bit better off than the other side of the road because it seems to be gushing down a lot more on their side. But yeah, apart from that, we've got a bit of water in there, but it's pretty good so far. Got some sandbags today. Got that sorted.
Residents like Anne Stratford even took traffic management into their own hands.
And it causes waves up our driveway.
And I think that's been a major problem for a lot of people. Just the wash from the vehicles going through.
Dunedin Mayor Jules Radich was out surveying the damage in St Kilda, one of the hardest hit suburbs.
Having a look at the surface flooding, my heart really goes out to the people. It's just horrific.
While others are still coming to grips with the impact on their own homes.
Pretty iffy because it's in our garage and all our stuff's gone, so.
It's no understatement to say this community has come together in its flood response.
Up all night and all morning checking on my neighbours, as you do.
And of course making sure everyone is kept well fed.
My friend who cooks it, so we are just distributing to everybody who needs it.
And you're giving it to police and homeowners and all sorts?
Yeah, we are looking for them.
There's some big people around the race for you guys.
At one point, more than 80 people needed shelter overnight. Residents are still being urged to leave their homes if they feel unsafe.
It's about monitoring, it's about making sure we've got the response, and it's making sure that locals understand, please follow the advice of the local civil defence. Also, use your common sense and evacuate if you need to evacuate.
The persistent deluge closed key routes into the city, cutting it off from the rest of the region and causing a backlog of traffic. Some areas in the Otago region were hit with 74 days worth of rain in 40 hours. And unfortunately, it's not over yet.
Juliet, that is an immense amount of rain. What are the main issues the community is facing as it heads into the second night of this emergency?
Well, Sam, authorities are asking people to stay home tonight where they can, and also to stay vigilant. The floodwaters may have receded somewhat here in the suburbs, but we are certainly not out of the woods yet. There is an expected enormous downpour due here within the hour. In fact, it's starting to come down right now, and that coincides with high tide as well. Dunedin residents are also being asked to conserve water because the sheer amount of rain has put pressure on the infrastructure. So avoid showering, even washing dishes or flushing the loo where you don't need to. Now, not long ago, I spoke with Civil Defence Group Controller Matt Alley.
Look, we're just asking members of the community to stay vigilant. Otago's not out of the woods yet. There's still continued rainfall, rivers are still rising, and we're still maintaining our focus on all of those river catchments to the north and south of Otago, as well as Dunedin City.
And it's been extended till later tonight now?
Yes, that's right. So we are maintaining focus in line with the Met Service warning through to at least 11 o'clock tonight.
So what's happening in Clutha?
Right, so in line with Dunedin City, Clutha has now declared a state of emergency as of 1 o'clock this afternoon. That's to meet all the impacts that are happening to their communities at the moment.
And what about here in Dunedin City?
Look, challenges for us in Dunedin. As we said, road closures to the north and south of us at Milton and Wakawaiti. So it essentially strands us from the country by the state highway for this stage. So anyone stranded in Dunedin, we ask you to go to Forsyth Bar Stadium for any welfare support shelter that you need.
But at this stage, Dunedin's essentially cut off.
Yeah, we're a bit of an island at the moment. We don't think it'll be for long, but certainly floodwaters to the north and south of us have paid to that.
And what are your messages to the community in terms of health issues that are arising out of this?
Yeah, look, we'd say, look, just stay away from flood banks. They are unstable, they could be unstable, particularly with the amount of water that's going through at the moment. Stay out of floodwaters. Okay, they may be contaminated by sewage, runoff and other materials, so stay out of those as well.
Stay home wherever possible if your home's not flooded?
Yeah, absolutely. So all those people that don't have to travel, please stay at home, only essential travel.
How significant has this event been for the area?
Look, pretty significant. I mean, it's forecasted, I think, a 1 in a 100-year event at the moment, as forecasted by Met Service, but certainly significant.